Nigger.
Nigga.
Negro.
When they look at the definitions, whether in French or Hebrew or Arabic or English, they will see the definitions are totally negative.
So my nigga, see? If you're happy about it, if you're happy about it, it's in my opinion, it's okay.
I'm 17 and I have origins from India, but I'm from Chicago, from the South Side. I don't say the N-word because it makes me feel really uncomfortable, and I actually grew up around a lot of poverty associated with African Americans, and I just have a really huge respect for them. Growing up in a place where there was so much hatred towards them and so much gang violence between different groups, so it makes me feel really uncomfortable to say it, so I choose not to.
I am from Inglewood, California, and Ladera, and I am 17 years old.
I am from Los Angeles, California, and I am 17 years old.
I am from Los Angeles, California, more specifically Ladera Heights, and I turn 18 next week. I personally use the word nigga.
I don't use it that frequently now that I think about it.
Yeah. Me personally, I try not to.
I am from Culver City, California, and I am 17 years old. I do say the N-word.
I'm from Los Angeles, and I'm 18. I went to Brentwood Private School for elementary school. Then I moved to China for middle school. I lived in Shanghai, Hangzhou, Beijing, and Japan, where my mother lives with my little brother. I believe the word nigga and the word nigger are two different words. I believe the word nigger has a lot of history behind it.
Nigga, 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 nigga. I'm 100.
And the voice said, "Do you see any niggas?" I said, "No." I said, "You know why? Because there aren't any." And it hit me like a shot, man. I started crying and shit. I was sitting there, I said, "Yeah, I've been here 3 weeks. I haven't even said it. I haven't even thought it." And it made me say, "Oh my God, I've been wrong. I've been wrong. I got to regroup my shit." I said, I ain't gonna never call another black man a nigga.
Oh, what a difficult question for me. I'm not sure there is a difference. I think both have the same general meaning that wants to tell someone else that they are not a human being, they are not worthy, they are to be despised, and that they should not think well of themselves. So that's the origin, certainly, of the word nigger across the centuries, in fact. And the variations, negra, which was a favorite term in the South, and the variation of nigga now, it seems to me, are probably just generational uses of the same word. But behind the language of that kind, similar to wetback, similar to redskin, similar to wop, similar to chink, similar to Jap, these are all words that have been used in the United States over the centuries to show that certain people do not matter. So I think that anyone who uses that language, even young people today who use it with one another, I think that they do not know what they're doing.
A person 20, 30 years older than you, they have a whole different definition of the word. So when you say it can bring up different feelings, different emotions, different memories, rather than when I say it to Kyle, and I'm like, "Oh, what's up, my nigga?" And because that's my friend.
You called me a nigger.
I called you a nigger. You're a nigger. Nasty fucking nigger.
Okay. You might want to get
because he's a fucking loser. That's
I think
why.
that a white dominant society giving it to an African minority, and especially the position the African minority was in, and using it as a derogatory term, that's horrible. But I also think that was 170 years ago. We're talking slavery here, and I mean, especially in the last 40 years, like you said earlier, 30 years, like we've really, honestly, I think we've really changed the society.
More. Fuck you.
But you call that man a nigger
Fuck
for
you.
no reason.
Cause he's a nigger. He's a filthy fucking nigger.
But you call all of us niggers.
No, I didn't. I called him a nigger for acting like a fucking nigger.
Does it make you feel uncomfortable to say the word nigga? Not really. It kind of depends on the situation. Will I hesitate? Sometimes. Like, if I'm with my friends, I won't hesitate to say nigga at all. I won't be like nigga, right? I'll be like, nigga, what?
Through so much that the term just shouldn't be used anymore. I feel like if we want to move past what we've been through and the fact that our country was born on enslavement, we need to be moving past and not using the term to better.
Like, we had to make it a positive thing, because the only time that we've really been able to advance as a race is when we come together.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I think it's used as such a word for like brother, like friend, stuff like that. You know.
Would I consider my international friends my niggas? Again, they're my homies, they're my friends. I would consider some of them as being my niggas.
It's part of my vocabulary, and it's been popularized by, I mean, famous people as a word that's just another word.
I'm Casey Veggies. I'm 22 years old, and I'm from Los Angeles, California. I became a rapper because it just seemed like one of the coolest things to do. When I at a young age, I was like 13. It just seemed like being a superhero or something like that, and I always knew it was like a form of self-expression. And I'm big on like expressing yourself and speaking your mind and telling people how you feel and things like that. So that's why I got into doing music, you know, because I always wanted to express myself. I always have a lot of things on my mind, and you know, I just wanted to talk about it. I think slightly, if I use the word nigga in my lyrics, probably a little bit. Like, I try to shy away from it. I've never really, like, in my earlier music, I probably didn't really use it too much, but I think the word is like a form of self-expression, so to speak, to a lot of artists. You know, I think a lot of times artists they don't think about the fact that what it really means, you know, in history, but they think about the fact of what we had to go through to get here and what that word means to us as a culture. And a lot of African American males, they choose to use that word, you know, to say what's up to their homies, and to, you know, to their friends, they call them, you know, what's up, my nigga, and stuff like that. And I think that's why, you know, it gets used, you know, people use it so much, because it's like so much a part of our culture and a part of what we, you know, how we grew up. I feel like that's why I choose, like, a lot of times I try not to, you know, when I can say something else or when I can just not say it, I don't force that word into my songs, because I just feel like it's not necessary, you know, it's not really a good representation of what we should be doing. Like, I feel like a lot of songs that have the word in it, you know, people sing along with them, and a lot of times it's not even people of our race that sing along with it. And we try to get mad at people for saying it, but it's like it's our fault for saying it in the songs. Like, how can you get mad, you know, when you're putting it in the songs and people sing along with the record? So as an artist, you know, you influence a lot of people that listen to your music. You know, they can hear you say, I want to just ride around and have girls all day, and then that's going to influence a young kid to thinking, oh, having all the girls is the cool thing to do. But really, you know, what if having one girl is a cool thing to do? You know, it's just like, but we get it, young kids get influenced by the music and what people try to act like is cool. But a lot of times the rappers aren't even really living that life that they're trying to portray, you know what I mean?
Now, white people, black people, Latinos, and Asians all say it. Rappers, politicians, and racists have all said it. We say it's okay. We say it's not okay. We make rules for saying it. At the end of the day, we all say it. But maybe now we'll think twice before we do say the N-word.